Hey family, I'm Stephanie Wade. I'm her by self, helping your brothers and sisters in Africa as well as what? The Creole Grill Tish, y'all. How y'all doing today? I am just checking in with y'all from Galveston, Texas, my hometown, y'all. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day wherever you are in the world. I'm having a countdown to 2,000 subscribers, y'all. I'm getting excited. Yes, I am. It's been a long road to get this far. I used to sit here and be almost begging people and my family and my friends to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. And y'all, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I know they was lying because the subscription number never changed. The count didn't change. So what do you do when people who claim to love you don't have your back? I don't know, y'all. I'm at a loss for words. I believe I come from a long line of storytellers. We just got a story to tell all the time, y'all. My relatives just naturally funny. Sometimes the stories are passed down from generation to generation. And some of them, they just make it up out of thin hair. Yeah, for real. I just got through looking at some YouTube videos, and it was from people who was talking about identity with indigenous people in the United States that has African descent as well, with some European, and it was all about identity and culture and who you felt like inside of you that you actually were identified with. Well, y'all, the reason why I ended up in the Gambia was because I was doing a search for the meaning of Kora, because it was my grandmother's name who helped raise me till I was 7 years old. And I just thought her name was interesting. And I knew that it was an instrument in the Gambia, Mali, and Senegal that people played. It was a 21-string instrument, and it had a name of Cora, and they spelt it K-O-R-A, but they said that the French spelling of it was C-O-R-A, and my grandmother was Creole, and that's like a Frenchy type dialect, because she came from Louisiana, y'all. Even her mama couldn't speak English when she got married to her daddy. And the deal was, before the children start speaking, you have to also speak English. Because he didn't want them to have a hard time going to school because they couldn't speak English, you know? So that's what happened. And so the Creole language was not passed on to my grandmother's generation, nor to her children. So we're Creoles who don't speak Creole, even though some of our relatives in Louisiana, they definitely still speak Creole as well as English. But y'all, I remember watching TV shows, cowboys and Indians, and my grandmother used to be rooting for the cowboy because she loved her some John Wayne. Y'all, I just cried. I was a little kid. I was so serious. I'd be crying because my home team was losing, you know. And I'd say, Mother, how come we can't win one just one time? It's like, why did the Indians always have to lose the battle when they was fighting with the cowboys in these movies? I just didn't understand, y'all. And even when I saw them, all the little intricacies of the Buffalo Soldiers and the Indian Scouts, knowing full well that they was helping the cowboys to destroy the Indians. I was like, what's up with that? And even in one of the movies, at the end of the movie, they put all the Indians in a container on the train. And they put the Indian Scout in it at the end. And he was like, but I'm a U.S. soldier, I'm a U.S. soldier. And they say, no, you just a you-know-what Indian. Because he had no more use, because they felt like that was the last war and everybody was going to the reservation, so he had to go with them. And then they just closed that car and sent him on with all of the other, quote, Indians to the rest. So I just thought, how strange things people do to be accepted by the people that they think is in power. And y'all, I remember going to different places in the motherland and getting a story from, as they say, the proverbial horse's mouth. And they gave the history of the land. So I knew that what people are the same everywhere. They told us the history even before the people came from Europe or whatever. They was doing all kind of crazy stuff to each other before any of that happened. And y'all, I was just saying, wow, doing my own research as well, finding out that it was no such thing as poor innocence. With 50% of the population being exported off the continent before it was over with, it was clearly understood it was tribal warfares and people being enslaved and stuff because they were prisoners of war. And the final solution was to get rid of your enemy by sending them somewhere else. But y'all, when I go to the motherland, I don't even have a focus on that. I did when I first started going. Not in Nigeria though, because Nigeria was just in-laws when I go there. Didn't visit any slave dungeons or whatever you want to call them. When I went over there in Ghana, I got to visit some of those horrible places. Some people think of them as, quote, holy, sacred places. But y'all, I think of them as disgusting places. Places where they enslaved our ancestors for who knows how long. And they went through such torture that it was torture chambers. Why would I want to go and give honor to a place that was a proverbial prison of my ancestors. A prison is not a holy place. It's a place of horror, a place of torture. There's nothing to be sacred about it. The people themselves were sacred, but the torture that they went through there, I'm sure if you could bring them back, they would say, get the heck out of here. I don't want to see this place no more, ever again. And I don't even want to know, I don't even want to remember I was ever here. So, no, I don't even go to places like that anymore. I just go back to the Gambia. We work on what? The present day. Try to work on the future. What? With permaculture. You gotta eat. Everybody gotta eat. So when you're growing your food, and you know that food is as long as you're around, and even after that food will continue once it's a strong, mature tree, or even fruits that's seasonal. You can save seeds and replant over and over. Once you have good seeds, you don't have to buy seeds anymore, except for if you want to diversify your garden. And that's the whole thing with permaculture. You're diversifying your garden as much as possible for lots of different reasons. And so I think I read somewhere that the forest that was in North America, that they researched it, that they were actually permaculture food forests that was actually maintained by the people in the area. Who knows? Who knows? And who knows, y'all? But that would be interesting to know that it's true. All I know is when I'm grounding with the earth, getting my hands connected to the earth, I'm good, y'all. Even when I touch a tree, when I'm touching the leaves, I feel good, y'all. When the leaves are blowing in the breeze, I feel like it's saying, I will fan you, I will fan you, and it make me feel good. And I know I'm getting my oxygen out here as well, so it's all good as long as you got your trees. We cut some of the limbs to trim it off, y'all, but we definitely not trying to cut anything down. The more the merrier when it comes to trees. But anyways, I just came out here to check in with y'all for a little bit and talk about some of the things I've been seeing and observing and thinking about, and about people's concepts on who came, where, when, what people think about it, whose story. You know, his story is lots of hims out there and lots of hers out there telling their story. Y'all, I'm fighting flies out here and I don't know why. It's not even any food out here. But anyways, y'all, I'm telling you, everybody has a story to tell. So tell me what stories you want me to talk about. When I go on my live, soon as I get the last 2 subscribers, I want y'all to pick up that link, come in and talk, long as you got something good to say. Because trolls, y'all, I just have to block a troll. But you got something good to say, come on in and say it. You don't have to agree with me. It's not about being right or wrong. It's just sharing ideas, y'all. That is all. Sharing ideas and hopefully being positive. Because a lot of times I've been hearing these videos where people are always doing an us and them. It's like, why would you want to move anywhere and think of the people where you going as the other, and they out to get you? It seems like a bunch of paranoid people, you know? And they just gaslighting people, and I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. It's not that important, you know, at least not to me. I'm just sharing my stories out here, y'all, and raising awareness about permaculture and about us getting along as people when I'm in the motherland at the food forest. And lots of people doing things behind the scene to make the food forest possible. Even while I'm here, y'all, the project continues. If you want to help us with the project, you can just simply make a donation of any amount. It'll all be appreciated. I will leave the GoFundMe link down below in the contents. Well, yeah, inside of the comment section as well as in the information section. And you just click that link and you can donate. We'll appreciate it, y'all. Any amount will be greatly appreciated. And until next time, y'all, what? Peace, peace, power to the people. And I'm out, y'all. Bye.